An ABP C-Voter survey is forecasting the biggest ever win for the BJP in Gujarat. This, as Aam Aadmi Party leader Arvind Kejriwal is quoting an Intelligence Bureau report to also claim victory. I'm Barkha Dutt, here with the Mojo story. Our focus today is on the impending election later this year in Gujarat. Arvind Kejriwal is quoting an IB report to say the Aam Aadmi Party is ahead, but the margin of victory could be thin. But what are the numbers telling us? Well, on the other side of what some would say is a reality check, an ABP News C-Voter survey is actually forecasting a handsome win for the BJP, in fact, forecasting an increase of up to 40 seats. This is despite a measure of anti incumbency with the present state government. It seems to be the Modi factor all the way yet again. In the middle of this contest and the claims and counterclaims that are being made by the BJP and the Aam Aadmi Party, what of the Congress? This image of Rahul Gandhi, rain drenched, has gone viral. But this is an image from the Yatra that is, in fact, a bypassing Gujarat. Today, decoding the Gujarat election campaign, what the polls are saying, what the politicians are saying. There's a lot to unpack here, and let us introduce our panel on the program today. If we bring them up now, Yashwant Deshmukh. Mr. Deshmukh, of course, is one of our favorite pundits and psephologists, and it's his survey with ABP News that has created this stir with its headline-grabbing numbers, and we'll ask him to decode those numbers for us in a moment from now. Also joining us from the Congress is its spokesperson and leader, Advocate Mahima Singh. Great to see you again, Mahima. Also joining us from the Aam Aadmi Party, Priyanka Kakkar, a spokesperson of the party. Good to see you, Priyanka. Ashutosh, of course, is one of our best-known journalists. Also had a tenure with the Aam Aadmi Party till he left politics altogether. He now leads satyahindi.com. Good to see you, Ashu. And also joining us from the Gujarat BJP is its spokesperson and leader, Dr. Shraddha Rajput. Good to see you, Shraddha ji. And before I get first comments, let me actually take you from through the eyes of Yashwant, and we'll have the slides also in just a moment, what the big picture is of his findings of his C-Voter survey. Yashwant, it's over to you.
I think the big picture at this point of time, Barkha, and remember it's a tracker. I mean, it has gone in as the first step right now because that's where the media is now starting its coverage for Gujarat. But the big picture is at this point of time that BJP is where it was, easy, high, and dry. I mean, easy, sitting pretty. And their vote share has always been, in the range of 45 to 50% kind of thing. In the Lok Sabha, it went up to 60% and so on. Last time it became a kind of problematic because the perceived gap between the BJP and the Congress, it actually touched around 10%. That was a huge gap. But the urban and the rural Gujarat are two different areas, and this is where the problem was. BJP was winning their urban seats with huge margins, and they were losing the rural seats with a smaller margin. That's why it looked like very close 5 years back, because in seats Congress was 77, BJP was 99. It was almost a gap of 20 odd seats, if you may say so, and flipping 10 more seats, it would have made it very, very weird. That's where it was. And Aam Aadmi Party, in terms of vote share, Barkha, was not even 0.5%. It was literally zero. So when you look into the vote share, you get the big picture that BJP is where it was. There is hardly anything that BJP is losing or gaining at this point of time. But what is the tracker showing is the spectacular rise of Aam Aadmi Party from zero to almost like 17 and 18% right now. And that is a very critical thing to understand, not in terms of division of vote. I understand that with the numbers, many people have all of a sudden started saying, tagging Aam Aadmi Party as the vote katwa party. Well, you know what? Vote katwa party is something which polls around 3-4% and, manages to, eat up the marginal votes, and some party gets defeated. The moment you are crossing 10% traction, you are no more a vote katwa party. The moment you are touching 20%, you are pretty much in the contest party. Unfortunately, right now, the vote share of Aam Aadmi Party is like that, where they are getting the vote share pretty evenly spread. Unlike pockets where you can concentrate it and you can convert into a winnability thing, which is a good and bad thing both. Good thing that they are getting this support which is evenly spread. Bad thing is, unless the actual candidates come in, these votes are not really convertible into seats as such, because also because of the fact, Barkha, that
and
last
and
time
that
the
was and that was
vote
going to
was
be my
almost zero.
question. If we can bring up that slide again of the projected seats and vote share, if we can bring up that slide for a moment and take the banner off, please, so we can see it properly. Yashwant, can you explain this? You're giving 17% projected vote share to the Aam Aadmi Party, but it's converting into between 0 and 2 seats. So this
Yes,
is really
yes,
what you were talking about. So
yes.
elaborate a little bit on that, please. Yes.
I mean, okay, let me put it this way. So, headline number one for me is the spectacular rise of Aam Aadmi Party. But, Barkha, if you will ask me, Yashwant, which are these two seats where Aam
Yeah.
Aadmi Party is winning, I will not be able to pinpoint you even those two seats.
Yeah.
That's my problem. And this problem is because of two reasons, Barkha. Number one, that Aam Aadmi Party doesn't have an electoral base in the historical context where we can map and build it on how to go about it. Also, because of the fact that it's a candidate agnostic vote jump, in that way. Where
Yeah.
right now Aam Aadmi Party hasn't even given a face for the chief ministerial chair person as such. And this is critical and important, Barkha, because I remember during the tracker of Punjab, till the point of time Bhagwant Mann was declared as the CM candidate, the things were looking more hazy and like it might get into Gadmud of Hung Assembly again. The moment Bhagwant Mann was declared, within a week, his ratings were like up there, and that is where the Punjab started decisively swinging towards Aam Aadmi Party. I am
Okay.
not saying that will happen overnight in Gujarat, Barka, simply because Aam Aadmi Party doesn't have those kind of names with them at this point of time. I am not saying that it is going to have an open light overnight, but yes, interesting. From here to the next 12 weeks of campaigning, Barka, we will know in the tracker precisely if Aam Aadmi Party's graph is now going up from 17 to 25 and so on and so forth, or it is going to crash down below 10, like it happened in the case of Uttarakhand,
With
Barka.
now, can we take the banner off? I want Yash. Sorry, can I get that graphic on and take the banner off? There it is. Now, see, look at this. What Yashwant you were talking about, and I want the panel to pay attention to this. Actually, while the Gujarat sort of a candidate leader leads in the popularity ratings of Yashwant's findings, the Aam Aadmi Party candidate is at second place. Yashwant, please correct me if I'm wrong. Of all of the names
Absolutely.
that you all put forth among people, the
Yeah.
unnamed Aam Aadmi Party
Yeah.
candidate is at 16%. That tells you that the Aam Aadmi Party has established itself in the minds of the Gujarati voter as a possible alternative. This much has definitely happened, has it not?
Exactly. It's an unnamed, faceless candidate that people are saying. So, which also tells you very classical thing, Barkha, that if you look into the tracker data, that ABP Voter tracker, that that the traction of Aam Aadmi Party's vote share and the traction of the people saying that AAP candidate, it's almost hand in hand. There is not much of the gap, which means people over there, almost like 16, 17% are kind of in a mind that okay, if they give a good candidate, they will stick to it. However, there is a danger also, Barkha. We have seen the similar kind of situation in case of Uttarakhand. At one point
Yes.
of time in Uttarakhand, our tracker had almost touching 18% at one point of time for Aam Aadmi Party. But then in the last 4 weeks, and that was the week when Congress was absolutely rudderless, and it didn't know which direction it was going. Yeah, and Harish Rawat was in Punjab, and not in Uttarakhand. But somehow in that entire game plan, when Aam Aadmi Party put everything resource into Punjab election, the Uttarakhand tide went down because people started realizing it is not really in the race for winning the election. And
Yeah.
that is where from the 18% it started crashing down to almost 6-7% kind of thing eventually.
And of course, Uttarakhand it goes to the BJP despite the chief minister losing, and so these elections once again are being fought on almost state elections being fought on national factors, Modi versus
Exactly.
Kejriwal, and that's where we are. Shraddha ji, let me bring you in. बीजेपी की प्रवक्ता है. इस सर्वे को देख के बीजेपी शुड बी हैप्पी, लेकिन यशवंत का डेटा ये भी दिखाता है that आम आदमी पार्टी has arrived as a political entity in Gujarat. Even if their vote share doesn't translate into seats according to his survey, what would you say, Shraddha ji?
Barkha ji, if you understand the politics in the Gujarat, you have to understand that Narendra Modi is something which is its own son of Gujarat. See, अपने बेटा मानते हैं लोग यहाँ पे. The popularity of the Narendra Modi is like you cannot imagine. When you meet the people, then you can understand which kind of rapport they are sharing with the honorable Prime Minister, who was honorable Chief Minister over here. अपना नरेंद्र भाई, ऐसे करके लोग इनके साथ popularity से connect करते हैं. Second thing, the flavor of Gujarat. Gujarati people are very progressive. The state is very progressive. Barkha ji, I will tell you that you know very well, and entire panel is knowing that whomsoever is coming in Gujarat from any states, any parts of India, they become Savaya Gujarati over here. It is they used to live here and they are not trying to leave Gujarat. They settled almost in the Gujarat because it is a flavor of Gujarat, and Gujarati people are very well known for their culture and for their business mentality and their progressive mentality. So it is their culture.
But
they
you know,
know what.
Shraddha ji,
See,
if you look at एक चीज, just asking you only, if you look at these numbers, they actually tell you that 35% of those polled think that the state government and the chief minister's performance is average, and the numbers are very different for Modi ji. If we can just play those
see,
slides once again, एक मिनट आप देखिए ना इसको. How is PM Modi's work? 60% say good, 18% say average, 22% say bad. Now, Yashwant, you will know this, that as the question shifts to a more local question, there is less of a compliment that is paid for the local government. Good, yes, 42%, but 26% are saying average, 32% are actually saying bad. Please look at this number very carefully. That means there's a degree of discontent with the
uh,
state government. एक मिनट श्रद्धा जी. और finally, how is the chief minister's work? 35% लोग कह रहे हैं average, which means, Shraddha ji, this is again an election that is the BJP is projected to win, but not because of the state government, but because of Modi ji. Dr. Shraddha.
Barkha ji,
Actually, Priyanka,
Sorry.
if you look into the data, I mean, Shraddha ji के आने से पहले just quickly मैं बता दूं,
हाँ.
प्राइम मिनिस्टर मोदी की रेटिंग 60s में है, बीजेपी और उसकी सरकार की 40s में, और मुख्यमंत्री की 30s में. इसका मतलब प्राइम मिनिस्टर अपनी पार्टी से 20% आगे हैं और अपने मुख्यमंत्री से डबल हैं. यही स्थिति बीजेपी की हर राज्य में है, मोर और लेस, जितने भी बीजेपी शासित प्रदेश हैं. उत्तराखंड में हम देख चुके हैं कि वो सिटिंग सीएम हार तक गए थे. तो कभी कभी मुझे लगता है कि ये डबल इंजन की सरकार है निस्संदेह, लेकिन उसमें एक इंजन मोदी जी का तो सामने चलने वाला है, लेकिन इनके चीफ मिनिस्टर का इंजन हमेशा उल्टी तरफ मुंह करके गार्ड के डब्बे की जगह लगा होता है. ये मैं कहना चाहता हूँ.
And very interesting, Modi popularity twice that of the chief minister in the ABP C-Voter survey. Shraddha ji, please complete your point, then I'll go to the others. जी.
मैं आपको सिर्फ ये बताना चाहती हूँ कि बरखा जी, हर बच्चा जब एग्जाम की शुरुआत करता है तो फर्स्ट 70-80% लाने में मेहनत होती है, लेकिन एक बच्चा जो ऑन एन एवरेज इसका परसेंटेज 85, 90, 92% आता है तो उसे 98 तक पहुंचने में फिर मेहनत होनी शुरू हो जाती है. गुजरात का जो डेवलपमेंट ऑनरेबल चीफ मिनिस्टर सर जब रहे थे नरेंद्र मोदी जी, उन्होंने जो शुरू किया और हमने जो और स्टेटस से देखा, डेटा उठाकर भी देख लिया, उसका जो इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर अपग्रेडेशन हो, इलेक्ट्रिसिटी पावर हो, जिस तरह से यहाँ का जो सहकारी मंडली है, जो मिल्क फेडरेशन है, उसके अंदर जो महिलाओं ने काम किया है, अगर उसे देखने जाओ तो हमने ऑलरेडी बहुत कुछ और स्टेट से ऑलरेडी अचीव कर लिया. अब हम उसमें ज्यादा एक्सेल करने जाएंगे तो डेफिनेटली वहां पे ये जो इन्होंने जो डेटा बताया तो वो आता है, वो आप अंडरस्टैंड कर सकते हैं. ऐसा नहीं कि हम जीरो पे हैं और हमने कुछ अचीव नहीं किया.
नहीं, मैं ये नहीं कह रही,
मैं एक्सेप्ट कर रही हूँ, मैं उनकी बातों को एक्सेप्ट कर रही हूँ बहुत अच्छे हेल्दी वे में कि हम ऑलरेडी इतना 85, 90, 92% हम वो बच्चे हैं जिनसे हमेशा सबको अच्छी उम्मीदें हैं. मतलब हमारा परफॉर्मेंस, यानी आप देखो कि आप लोग अभी बोलेंगे कि ये 2024 का, बरखा जी बोलेंगे कि ये जो है शुरुआत भी है। तो सी हमसे एक्सपेक्टेशन गुजरात से हमेशा से ज्यादा रही और अच्छी बात है, हम चाहते हैं
नहीं
कि
सही
पूरे
बात
स्टेट
है।
को
इफ
ये
यू
रहनी
आर द
चाहिए।
प्राइम मिनिस्टर एंड होम मिनिस्टर्स बैटल
हाँ,
ग्राउंड, तो वो
हाँ,
उम्मीद तो रहेगी, वो एक्सपेक्टेशन
आप
रहेगी।
वो
अच्छा
वॉलेंटियर से कार्य करता है, उन पे भी ये प्रेशर है, वो आप फील
सही
कर
बात है।
सकेंगे
मैं मा,
आप।
मैं
हाँ,
मैं मानती हूँ आपकी बात, बट यू नो इट सम वुड से दैट द चीफ मिनिस्टर इज ऑलमोस्ट इररेलेवेंट इन द लार्जर गेम ऑफ गुजरात। श्रद्धा जी एक मिनट, लेट मी ब्रिंग इन द अदर्स। एक मिनट प्रियंका, a big claim made by Arvind Kejriwal quoting an IB report. How does Mr. Kejriwal have access to this IB report? And this claim that the Aam Aadmi Party is winning, what do you base it on? You also have the data from the C-Voter survey that contradicts your claim while saying that there is a spectacular, I'm quoting Yashwant, a spectacular rise of the Aam Aadmi Party. Priyanka, please go ahead.
Good evening to all of you. Barkha, with all due respect, Yashwantji is a very renowned psephologist, and I have great respect and admiration for him. However, his predictions have gotten wrong, and I have a little data in front of me. In 2015 Bihar Assembly elections, he predicted that BJP will get 111 seats. BJP got 58. In 2017 UP Assembly elections, he predicted BJP will get 161 seats. BJP got 325. In 2018, Mr.
But you
Yashwantji
can
predicted.
also cite all the times he got it right, and they would outnumber the
No,
times he
no.
got it wrong.
Let me finish, and I will. Especially with respect to
And
Aam Aadmi Party, I
the
will
show is
come.
not on Yashwant. The show is on
Of
you
course.
and Gujarat.
But I am telling you that C-Voter probably does not factor in the silent voter, which is scared of the BJP and its allies. In today's
Okay.
date, the BJP's alliances today are ED, CBI, and the police. So you definitely cannot gauge the number of voters as such.
And yet your party is the one that has the IB report.
That is the problem. Now that is the problem. Now listen to this, Barkha. Listen to this. Let me finish, Barkha. Now,
Yeah.
with respect to Aam Aadmi Party, especially, let me tell you what the C-Voter predicted in Delhi in 2013. It predicted that we will get 7 seats. We got 28. Then in 15, it predicted we will get 26 seats. We got 67. Then in Punjab, it predicted we will get 57 seats. We got 92. Then in
Okay.
2020,
That is what
2020
is
Delhi.
coming.
I think wrongly, ma'am. You are quoting something wrong here.
I'm
In
quoting from the C-Voter.
2013, in 2013, we were the first one to tell that Aam Aadmi Party is breaching 20% in Delhi. Number one, and we at that point of time also we said that it is difficult because they don't have
You said
electoral.
60.
We
Sir, you said
cannot
60.
convert
Sir,
that
you
vote into seat.
Priyanka,
Sir,
can
you
I?
said.
Sorry,
Just listen to me.
No, sir. You are
2015,
Priyanka, ek minute.
overruling.
Let it- ek minute.
2015, our tracker clearly showed Aam Aadmi Party sweep. Last election, our tracker clearly showed Aam Aadmi sweep. In fact, your entire Punjab thing, we were the
Yeah.
first one to point out that even more than Delhi, Aam Aadmi Party has a traction in Punjab rather than any other state. And
Sir,
that is where we were cursed when we said 5 years back that Aam Aadmi Party can touch
Can
90
I?
seats.
Yeah.
So it's not
I
about
will.
me. It's
Can I
not
just
about
ask
me.
you,
As
Priyanka,
Barkha said, it's not
Priyanka,
about
yeah, the
me.
show is not on Yashwant, but
So
I
it's not
may
about
want,
me. Yeah.
I want to
I
add a
am
question here. Priyanka,
talking
1 minute.
about
Priyanka,
C-Voter.
you made your
Yes.
point. You made your
Okay.
point. Now the question
Okay.
is this:
Yes.
he's actually in every show forecast what he has repeatedly called a dramatic rise for Arvind Kejriwal in Gujarat. Where you are disagreeing is, and you are a political party, you have to claim a victory for this campaign to make sense to you. I am only asking you about this IB report. Can you tell me a little bit about this IB report that you have based this claim on, Priyanka ji?
Barkha ji, with all due respect, I think Ashutosh ji will be able to answer that better, because in 2016 he also quoted an IB report which underestimated which gave a conservative estimate of the number of people. Sir is smiling. He will know it. He knows it. He knows what I'm talking about. So I think he is the better person to answer this
Chaliye,
question.
so Ashutosh, let's bring you in. And Mahima, I'll come to you right after that. Ashu, go ahead.
My dear friend from the Aam Aadmi Party could produce the paper where I said that Aam Aadmi Party IB report is there and that's what the number they're getting. I wish I could get that. See, this is very tried and tested and old style of Arvind Kejriwal to create an atmosphere, a bubble, and to make voters believe that Aam Aadmi Party is winning. First of all, I think Aam Aadmi Party might be doing something.
She's showing
That's
you
okay.
your old tweets.
Okay, that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that.
Chaliye.
I was part of the Aam Aadmi Party, so I was asked to do something which I was told to. So today I can understand her plight.
This is a funny show.
I can understand. Being a disciplined soldier, sometimes you have to be slave to the party. I understand that. Now,
Right.
let's be serious
Yeah.
about it. See,
Yeah.
the problem with the Aam
Priyanka,
Aadmi Party.
एक minute. Let him speak now.
The
Ashu,
problem with the let's not talk about Aam Aadmi Party, but a little bit. The problem with Aam Aadmi Party has no organizational structure in Gujarat. Secondly, Aam Aadmi Party has no top leader who can be acceptable as a like Bhagwant. The lot of the credit which Aam Aadmi Party for the victory in Punjab was because of the Bhagwant Mann, because Bhagwant Mann was and is phenomenally popular with the voter, and that's one reason. Thirdly, Punjab was probably better suited for Aam Aadmi Party before Delhi, because you remember in 2014, Aam Aadmi Party won 4 parliamentary seats, and till this date, Aam Aadmi Party has not been able to win even a single seat in Delhi, which is strong turf, and their vote share goes down to 17% in the 2019 parliamentary elections. So what I'm saying is Punjab was better suited. Punjab was probably ripe in 2017, but they goofed up.
And yet, despite that, the survey actually says the Aam Aadmi Party is doing better than the Congress. We are missing the headline story here.
No, I beg to differ with my dear friend. I still believe that in Uttarakhand there was a survey which is giving Aam Aadmi Party 24 seats, 20 seats, 19 seats. What happened? 3% of what they got in Uttarakhand. 3% Aam Aadmi Party was best suited to form government or do better was in Goa. But in 2017, they got 6.3% vote share.
So you're saying you don't agree with Yashwant? You believe that
I will not contradict. I will not challenge his data, because I have done shows with him. I have full respect him and C-Voter. But my political understanding says that it is up to the Aam Aadmi Party can do better in a condition when Aam Aadmi Party could convince voters they are in a better position to defeat BJP. I can go back in time in Goa.
I
understand
what you're saying. You're saying
just,
the voters
just
need to
30
believe.
Just 30 seconds.
Complete your point.
In 2017, Aam Aadmi Party was probably in a position to create an aura in Gujarat that they are going to win 20 seats or 17, something like that. But the last minute they could not, and the Congress Party, which was non-existent till then, got 17 seats, and Aam Aadmi Party could not open its account. So the viewer is a very funny creature in that sense, unless and until the anti-BJP voter has a sense and confidence that they can defeat BJP, only then it will gravitate towards Aam Aadmi Party. They might be sympathetic towards Aam Aadmi Party. They might want to vote for BJP, which reflects the C-Voter survey. But will they ultimately vote for BJP?
I understand what you're saying. You have posed a very interesting question. You have said the Aam Aadmi Party does the best when the voter believes they actually have a chance to form the government. In the absence of that, you're making the argument the AAP underperforms against what people expected to perform. Priyanka, give me a second. Mahima hasn't spoken at all. Let's allow her to get a word in. Now, in the meantime, you have this image of rain-drenched Rahul Gandhi. We can bring it up, going quite viral. And the Congress has also used it today to target Prime Minister Modi, showing a photograph of the Prime Minister standing under a chhata and so on. But the fact is, this is an image, it's a good image, an effective image as images go from the Bharat Jodo Yatra. But this is a yatra that isn't even going to Gujarat. And I think this point has been made again and again and again and again कि ये यात्रा जब गुजरात जा ही नहीं रही. Can we take the banner off and look at this? This is how the Congress is targeting the BJP today. Mahima, both on the fact that the yatra skips Gujarat and also on these numbers that actually show you significantly behind the Aam Aadmi Party in your vote share. What are your comments, Mahima ji?
Thank you for having me on this panel this evening, Barkha ji. But I think we've had this discussion once before on your show, and I will reiterate what I said then. The yatra was not meant to go to Gujarat this time. The yatra is something totally disconnected to the elections that has been, I made it very clear in numerous times by our General Secretary of the Communications Department in his press conferences and all the other senior leaders also. And I think what Yatra is meant to do, it is doing pretty well. The Yatra is meant to unite the very polarized population of this country, which the BJP has done the harm to the unity of this country in the past 8 years. And that, yes, the yatra is as and when, wherever it is going, it is bringing huge, humongous response from the people of this country. It is bringing out the sentiment which was meant out to come, which must come out, which the solidarity that the people of this country must show with
How do
one
you
another
see
over
this?
the issue.
How do you see this projection for you vis-a-vis the Congress and the numbers that you're seeing on your screen? Uh, this is a fall for you if these numbers prove to be true. This is,
I see it the way it shows.
and I
See,
should I should I should correct myself. I said the Aam Aadmi Party was behind the Congress in vote share. That is not correct per this survey. I got that wrong. The Aam Aadmi Party is at 17% projected vote share and 32% for the Congress. So just wanted to correct what I said. That was my mistake. Go ahead, Mahima. Yes.
As I was saying, that the data is a black box, and the only authority over it is the agency. It's a very specific sample size that the agency looks at, and that the agency would know best. I'm not commenting on how they're doing, what they're doing, but I was also delving a little deep into the issues that the C-Voter the data has brought out. It has brought out elements of anti-incumbency. It has brought out as one of the major issues that the voter is looking into as unemployment. And
Yeah.
Mr. Deshmukh is there to
Yes.
correct me if I'm wrong. And I think that remains as a matter of fact. It is anti-incumbency at its best.
No,
Agrarian
can I ask you a specific question, Mahima?
Yes,
Yes, I
please.
agree. Yashwant survey does show agrarian issues, unemployment, inflation as the top issues that actually people care about. But my question is this: has the Congress failed to capitalize on this, what could have been anti-incumbency with the state government, simply because, again, there's no leadership, there's no face, there's no attention, there's no focus, and the Aam Aadmi Party is eating into your vote and taking away that anti-incumbency, is dividing the anti-incumbency vote, right, Mahima?
I think we are looking at an opinion poll today, Barkha, and we must wait till the buck stops where it has to when the election happens, real time, when the voter actually goes to vote for the real issues, for unemployment, against the agrarian distress, against all the other, against the drug gate that BJP has turned Gujarat into. We see every now and then thousands of crores of
Okay.
drugs landing at the ports of
I
Gujarat, and yet
Yeah.
no question, no dialogue being triggered anywhere about that. So
Let
I
me
think,
Yeah, sorry. You
yeah,
make the good point about the issues that people are agitated about, and I'll ask Yashwant that in just a moment. Shraddha ji, how do you look at the role of the Aam Aadmi Party? Do you consider the Congress your main competition, or do you consider the Aam Aadmi Party your main competition, Shraddha ji?
हम लोकतंत्र को कंसिडर करते हैं और हम हमारे विपक्ष की जो कर रहे हैं उन्हें करने दो। बीजेपी गुजरात में इलेक्शन फाइट करेगी अपने कार्यकर्ता और अपनी जो हमारे काम हमने के, हमारा जो रिपोर्ट कार्ड है हमने जो लोगों के लिए किया उसके ऊपर करने वाले। विपक्ष को जो करना है करने दो, ये हमारा कुछ है ही नहीं कि उनको वो करना है, नहीं करे, जो करे उनकी मर्जी है। हमने पिछले 5 सालों में डबल इंजन की सरकार में राज्य में क्या किया है, केंद्र में क्या है, और इस तरह से हम लोगों के पास अपना रिपोर्ट कार्ड लेके जाएंगे, क्योंकि बीजेपी के पास ऐसा नहीं है कि अभी सिर्फ ये आया इलेक्शन तभी कार्य करता है। 24/7 365 डे फुल फ्लेजेड कार्यकर्ताओं की पार्टी है। इट इज नॉट लाइक कि
और
ऑनलाइन अभी ये पार्टी आई है।
स्पेसिफिकली आम आदमी पार्टी को किस नजरिए से देखते हैं आप?
यहाँ कोई देखता ही नहीं है।
अच्छा, कोई
Who is
देखता
they?
ही नहीं है।
Who is
अच्छा,
they?
who is
Who
they?
are they? I don't
Okay,
know. We don't know.
okay,
We don't know.
okay. We don't know
I
who they
don't
are.
know. Who
चलिए,
they are? We don't know. I don't know.
चलिए, कोई देखता ही नहीं आम आदमी पार्टी को।
वी गुजराती वी डोंट नो। ठीक है, वी
अच्छा।
गुजराती। देखिए, आप एक बात बताइए कि और क्या लोकतंत्र में हो रहा है। होना चाहिए एक अच्छा सा मजबूत विपक्ष, ये हम चाहते हैं एज ए भारतीय जनता पार्टी की ओर से। लेकिन बरखा जी, गुजरात के इलेक्शन लड़े जाएंगे डबल इंजन सरकार पे, जो केंद्र के काम हुए हैं, राज्य के काम हुए हैं, और एक एक हाउस होल्ड में हम हमारा रिपोर्ट कार्ड लेकर जाएंगे। लोगों को लगेगा और लोग हमें फिर से जनता
अच्छा,
जनार्दन
मैं
आशीर्वाद
प्रियंका से
देंगे।
एक ब्रीफ इंटरजेक्शन चाहूंगी, फिर मैं यशवंत के पास कुछ और आंकड़े देखना चाहती हूँ। प्रियंका जी, गो अहेड।
Barkha ji, you will give me 2 minutes, please, uninterrupted. One is that,
Okay.
please,
Huh.
one is that BJP, there was a claim, Ashutosh ji made a claim, we have no top leader. Let me tell you about BJP. They have changed 4 CMs in the past 7 years. Their performance in Gujarat has been so dismal, and that is because 67% of women are malnourished. There are 43% of children who are malnourished. There are 23% of adult males who are malnourished. There's no CT scan machine in 14 districts of Gujarat. Then there is another data which says that yes, BJP, during the BJP regime, the mortality rate during COVID was double the national average. People are fed up of BJP. That is about BJP. Yes, they want a mazboot opposition. Now look at the opposition that Congress claims itself to be. They are not taking out a yatra from Gujarat because 277 of their during the municipal corporations last one, 277 places they did not even place a candidate so that BJP can sweep easily. During all the assembly sessions this year, Congress has staged a walkout. No protest at all. No discussion on the CAG report. No discussions at all. Now, when it comes to yes, pretty much that covers pretty much. I will
Okay,
not.
can I now step in? I'll come back to
Yes.
you and Mahima
Yes.
and Ashu. Yashwant, I now remember why I briefly thought that the Aam Aadmi Party was going ahead of the Congress, because one of the questions you asked people was who is most likely to win. And Yashwant, you wanted to show the tracker, but just if we can just before that show, if we can show these questions, right? Of course, your survey forecast big wins for BJP in not just Gujarat but also in Himachal Pradesh. And one of the questions that you posed to people is who did people think was more likely to win? And in that question, of course, you say the BJP is projected to actually rise by 40 seats in Gujarat, up to 40 seats. So actually not just win, but improve its earlier performance handsomely if this opinion poll holds. But here's the last question. Who will win the Gujarat assembly? This is what you pose to people. And more people believe that the AAP had a chance than people believe that the Congress had a chance. And I think this is the number that I was trying to remember. Yashwant, go ahead and then you can share your screen and show your tracker. Go ahead. Yashwant.
Yeah, I mean, it's largely, Barkha, you have said it. I mean, these questions are basically to explore what are the emotions, what are the perceptions that people are saying. So if you look into the Aam Aadmi Party traction, it is consistently on the, with the Aam Aadmi Party candidate as the CM phase, 16 to this 18. This traction is going hand in hand. So what is interesting for me, this was not the case in Uttarakhand, Barkha. In Uttarakhand, when Aam Aadmi Party was trending at 18% in that week, their chief ministerial candidate was roughly about 10-11%. And number of people who said that Aam Aadmi Party can form a government was hardly about 5%. And I realized that eventually they got vote around 5%, the same number which actually thought that they are in the race for something really in a serious kind of thing. So perception wise, here the three numbers are going more or less in the same direction. This is why it is a very interesting juncture in Gujarat campaign. From here onward, the next 12 weeks, and we will keep on showing you the tracker, Barkha. I mean, that's what and I must say thank you to ABP for that, because commissioning one or the two polls, every channel keeps on doing it, but ABP in the last 7 years has been hand in hand with me on this, that okay, you need to do it more, do it consistent rather than doing it one off. And and this is much more scientific way of looking at it. And that's why when we reported the rise of Aam Aadmi Party in Uttarakhand, then we also reported when it went back. That's what
So
it is.
what does the tracker look like right now, briefly? Then I want to go
One
to
thing which
Ashutosh.
I wanted to share, Barkha, was basically the idea that how Rahul Gandhi ji's numbers are going up and down in different places. And you remember that we had shown you earlier in the case of, say, for example, Tamil Nadu, where he had entered during his yatra. I will just show you. I mean, just give me a second, because let me just go to Tamil Nadu, because we should know when somebody is working hard, that person actually gets the benefit of that. It's not that they do not get the benefit out of that. Okay, so Rahul Gandhi went to Tamil Nadu and look at his numbers. Now, these numbers I'm showing you right from the
share
three
screen. Just share your
last
screen.
Lok
There it
Sabha
is.
elections.
Yeah.
So that you can get the context. Okay, Rahul Gandhi was already high when he entered, but look at the numbers when he started getting up. So he is there and he is getting it higher because he is campaigning over there. That's what his tracker is showing. That's what data is showing. And at some point of time, you can see the black line, the big number of don't know, can't say, it was high than Rahul Gandhi. And the number of people who were saying satisfied to some extent was higher than the number of people who were saying I am satisfied to a great extent. However, now look at the case of, let's go to Gujarat. There you go. I will just show you something very, very interesting. Why I am saying so is that once you are entering that territory of Gujarat, it's not something which is happening overnight or something like, अरे ये तो 10 दिन में हो गया. Somewhere down the lane, you will figure out there is an issue when Rahul Gandhi's absence in Gujarat has been contributing more. Now,
so basically, it's a mistake for them to not have spent time in Gujarat. Is
not
the short
not going
conclusion
there.
from this.
Okay.
Yes.
And okay.
Yes.
And just a second, Barkha, because that is where Arvind Kejriwal also comes in, and that's precisely what I want to show you in that way. Okay, here. I will just take Narendra Modi is all-time high. I will take him away. Sonia Gandhi ji, Mayawati, Manmohan Singh, all the other people, I will just take it away, and I will just leave you with two gentlemen. Rahul Gandhi versus Arvind Kejriwal. Can you check? Can you see what is happening over there in the last 6 months? The dark green line is Arvind Kejriwal and light green line is Rahul Gandhi ji. Now, with somewhere here, just few years down the lane, this number has got crashing down. And this gentleman, by virtue of just campaigning over there, he is just getting the ratings on.
Basically, Arvind Kejriwal is replacing Rahul Gandhi in imagination as an alternative
in the popular imagination. Exactly. And this is interesting to understand that when you are there on the ground campaigning, like yesterday, the picture which went viral, I am sure Rahul Gandhi's campaign is going to help Congress a lot in Karnataka, where the elections are due in 6 months down the lane. I'm sure it will help. No doubt about that. But unfortunately, this image is not helping in Gujarat because this is not happening in Gujarat. In Gujarat,
he's not there. Exactly. He's not there standing in the rain in Gujarat. Ashu, very interesting. I think what Yashwant is saying is sometimes just by chipping away at something, by just being there, people start seeing you as an alternative. Even if it could take another election for the Aam Aadmi Party. I know Priyanka doesn't agree. That's what the poll seems to suggest. Ashu, go ahead.
See, I'm still not very confident about Aam Aadmi Party doing very well in Gujarat, and I already spelled out why I'm saying so.
Yeah.
See, the Aam Aadmi Party, there is no Aam Aadmi Party has a national footprint. If you do a survey in Kerala, probably you'll get Arvind Kejriwal better ratings than Rahul Gandhi or other senior leaders. If you do a survey in Odisha, probably you'll get that kind of. So that way, Aam Aadmi Party is very lucky, and Arvind Kejriwal and Aam Aadmi Party in that sense is ahead. But will it translate into votes? That's $1 million question. And my submission is there might be sympathy for them. There might be high words for Arvind Kejriwal. But it will translate into votes only when they are in a position to convince voters that they can defeat BJP.
But Yashwant's tracker shows that Rahul Gandhi has made a fatal error by not being in Gujarat.
I think we are not here discussing whether Rahul Gandhi should go to Gujarat, others should go to Himachal.
Well, that's one part of it. Is the AAP replacing the Congress in popular imagination is a relevant question in Gujarat. And that's why I'm raising this. Yes.
See, actually, I agree with Ashutosh. Barkha, I agree with Ashutosh to a large extent. And I said that in my opening remark that the next 12 weeks are going to be extremely critical. What I want to see whether AAP can sustain this surge or whether it fizzles out as it happened in case of Uttarakhand, because the tracker numbers were almost like tracking that. Only difference is
right.
Gujarat being home state of Narendra Modi ji, and Aam Aadmi Party, rather than Aam Aadmi Party, Arvind Kejriwal challenging Narendra Modi is something which is not new. It is started with Banaras, and that kind of branding has continued. Yeah.
Yes, Ashu, please go ahead.
See, I think other than Aam Aadmi Party, I think let's talk about BJP. I think in Gujarat, BJP has numbers that consistently gone down. despite Narendra Modi, they could never touch what the Congress party got under Madhav Singh Solanki in 1985 or 1980 or in 1975. So I think today the BJP should be facing a serious problem because there is no charismatic chief minister or there is no mass-based chief minister.
But the Modi factor keeps winning them Gujarat.
I do not know. I really do not know how much Modi factor will work. There is no doubt that the Modi belongs to the Gujarat, so obviously he'll make an emotional appeal. There will be Amit Shah, but I think there is a fatigue happening in Gujarat. So I will be very happy if they could touch 100 seats. I'm still putting my neck out. The
So
Congress has
agree.
not started its campaign. Congress has not started its campaign, and I can give you the figures. The Congress party in 1985 got 55% vote share. BJP's vote share has consistently going down. You take in 2002, they got only 50% vote, then 49% vote, then 48%, then 48%. So they are not improving. And
So
how long
we are looking at this dichotomy where the vote share is actually coming down marginally, but the seats are going up dramatically per Yashwant's poll. Yashwant, you want to just clarify that? I have literally 3 minutes left, so I have to go to Shraddha
Very,
and
very,
Mahima.
very small
Yes,
thing.
and
Ashutosh is
Priyanka,
getting
yes.
it right. Just
Yeah.
statistically speaking, it's not about which how much leading party is polling. It's about the gap between the two parties. The Congress and the BJP gap, which was 9-10%, right now it is expanding to 15-16%, largely because of the performance of Aam Aadmi Party. That is also going to play a critical role in number of seats, transition of seats.
Okay. Ashutosh is not convinced. I think that's the point. Mahima ji, as that slide comes up of the numbers we're talking about, jump right in. Mahima, there it is. So Yashwant, see, it's 47%, but the seats, look at the seats. That's the point. Ashu, you're not convinced. Do you want to add a sentence before I go to Mahima? Ashu?
No, I agree with Yashwant Deshmukh. I'm no quarrel with them, but I'm only point I'm making here is that this will be the 5th time. So whether the voters would like to have the same faith in Narendra Modi, because despite Narendra Modi being there as a prime minister, Gujarat economic indicators has not gone up.
But the point
There is
is,
a serious issue. There is a serious issue. During pandemic also, if you look at what the High Court has said, High Court said that the hospitals are like dungeons. So economically, people are not well off. Unemployment is high. Inflation is high. Whether still they would like to pose faith in Narendra Modi, I do not know.
Okay. Let's take brief concluding comments from our 3 spokeswomen. Mahima, I'll start with you. Mahima ji.
Yeah. I'm only reminded of Vijay Rupani's comments when he was asked to step down. He said, I only got a call last night and I never bothered to ask why. I just stepped down, and a first-time MLA.
Well, I mean, Mr. Kharge is also a chosen next president of the Congress. He's not elected. So ये तो हर party में
So that is how, I mean, it's already been said how 4 CMs were changed in Gujarat, and the indecisiveness, and you've talked in the initial stages of your show about the CM phase. So that is the only impact, I think, which the CM phase, predetermined or post-determined, has had in Gujarat. But I will still highlight the drug gate, the Gujarat drug gate, and how unemployment and agrarian distress remain to be a big question mark in front of the voter there. Uttar Pradesh opinion polls also came out to be true. Only the vote share and the margins that we saw slimmed down instrumentally. And I think that's also going to be seen in Gujarat. And we shall see that.
Okay, Priyanka, briefly, then I'll give Shraddha the last word. Sorry, Priyanka, unmute Priyanka, please. Yeah. Go ahead, Priyanka.
In 2015, the C-Voter had predicted a land sweep victory for BJP in Delhi. We know what the results were. One. Secondly, the Ashutosh ji will, with all due respect, I have to say that it is not just luck. Luck is when hard work means opportunity. We have worked very hard. We have a work to show. We have turned around. Niti Aayog will tell you the reports if we've turned around the schools. There are so many indicators which show that we've worked hard. But as far as the issue of no face is concerned, all our leaders are volunteers who worked hard. All our leaders are somebody who've worked on the ground and risen from the ground, and it's still better than changing 4 CMs in BJP like you had.
Okay, can I ask Shraddha ji, is who मुख्यमंत्री जो गुजरात के हैं, Is it irrelevant? बार बार बात हुई कि कितनी बारी मुख्यमंत्री बदले गए, and it almost doesn't seem to matter. You know, people may not even know the name of the chief minister. Often वो इतनी बारी बदलते हैं, plus they not really seem to be voting for the chief minister.
मीडिया को ऐसे विजुअल्स नहीं मिलते हैं जैसे अभी राजस्थान के मिले थे, तो आप मान सकते हैं कि डिसिप्लिन पार्टी है। दूसरी चीज कि कुछ दिन तो आइए बिताइए गुजरात में राहुल गांधी जी के लिए है, और ऑटो रिक्शा का प्रोपोगंडा का जो बलून था वो अभी कैसे बस्ट हुआ है, ऑटो रिक्शा प्रोपोगंडा बलून, जिसको मैं पहचानती नहीं हूँ, उसके लिए है। तो सी हम बातें करने में नहीं, हम बातों के साथ काम करके लोगों में जाने के लिए माने जाते हैं। ये ऑटो
श्रद्धा जी, आपके एलायंस बहुत स्ट्रांग है। आपके बीजेपी के एलायंस सीबीआई, ईडी, पुलिस काफी स्ट्रांग है, वो तो पता ही है।
मैडम, बरखा जी यहाँ बैठे हमारे लोकतंत्र में, ये सीबीआई ईडी का नाम बरखा जी ने नहीं लिया ना, तो जिन्हें काम नहीं करना ना वो लेते हैं। ये बरखा जी यहाँ बैठे हुए हैं, ठीक है? तो आप देखिए, अगर आपको काम नहीं करना ना तो आप प्रोपोगंडा कीजिए।
आपका काम इतना अच्छा था, आपको 4 सीएम बदलने पड़े।
आप प्रोपोगंडा करते रहिए, देखिए आप प्रोपोगंडा करते रहिए। लोग है, लोकतंत्र है, लोग देख रहे हैं सब कुछ, और लोग इस हिसाब से अपने वोट्स को डालते हैं। जिस तरह से आप डेरोगेटरी रिमार्क किसी चीफ मिनिस्टर्स के पदों के लिए करते हैं, ये आपका संस्कार शो कर रहा है, जो मैं नहीं शो करूंगी। कहना चाहती हूँ कि कैडर बेस्ड पार्टी है, ये वो पार्टी नहीं है कि जो किसी के कंधों पे आई थी और उन कंधों को आज इसने निकाल दिया है, और ये वो पार्टी भी नहीं है कि जिसके राष्ट्रीय अध्यक्ष बदले नहीं जाते 20 साल से। तो
शांता कुमार जी बोले कि खरीद फरोख्त की राजनीति करती है बीजेपी।
अरे कोई
एविडेंस हो तो शीला दीक्षित जी को भी बहुत कुछ बोलते थे।
अच्छा सुनिए,
आप थोड़ा डेरोगेटरी रिमार्क्स करना बंद करें। You respect all chief minister और prime minister के पदों की रिस्पेक्ट होनी चाहिए।
Barkha, in Gujarat, if the BJP government was so performing, they wouldn't have changed the chief minister and entire cabinet.
Most welcome Rahul Gandhi ji in Gujarat.
Okay.
आप भारत छोड़ो यात्रा लेके इस ओर भी आइए।
सुन लीजिए, श्रद्धा जी,
कश्मीर का मुद्दा भी देखा है।
कोई फायदा नहीं है। कांग्रेस के 65 एमएलए तो गुजरात में बीजेपी चले गए, आप लोग तो एक ही है।
इसीलिए तो राहुल जी को बुला रहे हैं। आपको क्या प्रॉब्लम है राहुल जी?
In the last 2 minutes of the show, everyone has just suddenly, what has happened here? Now we have to end. We have to end. Ashutosh, last word, please. I have to end.
My only submission is Modi continued for the 3 terms in Gujarat as the chief minister, but in the last 10 years, the BJP has changed 3 chief ministers, and if their chief ministers were so performing, they wouldn't have changed the chief minister and entire cabinet.
Yashwant, I have one question to you before we close. Is who the chief minister of Gujarat irrelevant like Uttarakhand showed us?
Absolutely. More than Uttarakhand, it is absolutely irrelevant in Gujarat. It's about Modi, and Modi. It's his home territory. And I think that's where his numbers are. He is going to pull his party, his colleagues out of the trouble every time, because all the indicators are showing not everything is pinky, not everything is good. But yes, people trust in Gujarat. They trust Modi and they love Modi. That's the bottom line.
That's the bottom line. We have to close on bottom line with Barkha, with that bottom line from Yashwant Deshmukh. And what is going to be very interesting in Gujarat is who takes the number 2 position. Is the Aam Aadmi Party able to eat into that Congress role as the main challenger significantly or not? Right now, those are the contours of the battle. Despite the claims by Aam Aadmi Party about a chance at victory, the numbers will, of course, finally be only known and accepted on D-Day. But in the meantime, the health warning is there are still 12 weeks to go. Thank you, Dr. Shraddha, Advocate Mahima, Priyanka Kakkar, Ashutosh, and Yashwant Deshmukh. And to our audience, thanks as ever for watching. See you tomorrow. It's great to see you here. Thank you for watching our work. If you haven't subscribed yet, don't forget to click the bell icon and subscribe to Mojo Story and support independent, robust journalism.